tackle bags and just how they compare between the two in sizes. This is a FishLab rolling bag. I have two of them here. This one is a smaller version and the larger one over here. The differences between the two are primarily the sizes that they store, the Plano boxes, which is the 3600 and the 3700. So 3600 in the small and 3700 for the large. So with that in mind, in consideration is how much tackle do you have? I already been using this for this season, which is an old camera bag that I had by Lowepro, and it is able to store 4 of these 3700, but I still throw in one 3600 for quick and easy access. The only thing is that they're all upright. It's flimsy. It doesn't, meaning that it doesn't have its structure. The whole fabric doesn't have a lining or a hard shell to keep it upright. So if I take out too many, everything just kind of topples over. And the other downside is I'm carrying my backpack, rods and reels over my shoulder or on my hands versus having rollers on these, which means I can kind of just stack it and roll this with a handle. Is it necessary? No, it's not. Depends where you're going, how far you're going, how long you're going. I will likely be selling this one. This was just way too much. Already this one, I haven't filled up all the boxes in these. I am using the majority of it in here, but I'm not having it filled to capacity. The only downside of this is I'm not able to put any of my bigger jigs in this, which are like your Teddy 45 and the Sala 6X Plus, just because I can only fit so many in here. I think I have them right here vertically, and I can only have a few of them in this slot, and that's about it. The remaining of it I have are a few of my big jigs in here, my knife jigs, and that's it. So storage capacity of how it looks like. Let's show you what they look like in here in both of them. So this is brand new. Not going to be used. I was just trying to determine what the size looked like. 3600, 4 of them right here. It's actually 5. I just didn't use the 5th one on top. And I just put my line leader right here. Let's put this out. So a 5th one can go in right here. All small 3600 sizes. This one has 3 of your 3700 and 1 deep 3700, which has a lot more height in it. With the cross, with the rod holders on the side, you're looking at approximately 16 inches width. And on this one, you're almost around 18 to 19 inches width on this one, on the larger. If you're measuring without the rod holder and just considering the width of it, it's about 1 foot on the smaller bag and approximately 15 inches almost on the larger bag. Now, one thing I noted on a 3D trip, everyone was using the large version of this. The only downside was that no one was able to fit this under any of the storage shelves, racks, so they kind of protruded out a little bit. And it still worked. I had the smaller one. I was able to tuck it right between the shelf and where the restroom is, and that worked fine. A couple of details. FishLabs worked with Akuma on this one, who formerly worked with Nomad on a discontinued roller bag before, the blue one that you may still see today with a lot of other anglers. But just showing you how the storage fits. I have the back row fitted with all my floral leaders, a couple of my cloth tapes. In between, I just threw a couple of tools. These were actually in boxes before, but just came back from a trip and threw these in here. So in here was my knife jigs that I couldn't fit. You have a 500 gram right here, and that's about the width and length of this maxed out. A couple of extra line for top shot wherever else needed, and that fit perfectly right there. There is some storage on the top. It could be for, I don't want to say it's for your sunglasses, because if you bend this, it contours right at the folding part. So I'm putting my index finger right here, my thumb below it, and that's right there where it's folding. So it's almost at like a quarter portion of it that's being folded over. So if you have something short of this length, which is about 5 inches or so, you'll be able to keep it straight here. One other thing in the bag, on the actual cover, you also have these little slot pockets. You have these little slot pockets that are inside. I just have some medicine on the lower one, wherever else needed. Motion sickness, and kept a couple of other tools here like my crescent wrench and rotor bands. That was easy to access if I need to jump into something really quick. And both of these bags are both equipped with rod holders. I saw everyone that was able to use it, you know, they didn't want to walk away to the side of the rail, and it was close to the bait tank, so they threw their rods in here and left it standing. I'll say majority of the part it stood still. I saw 2 times when it fell over, but you know, we did have a rocky patch. In the back of both bags, you're going to find a little storage for a rain cover, and this covers entirely the whole bag if you ever have a like a really wet situation and you just want to keep your bag dry. But really great bag, easy to use, keeping everything close by, all your gear nearby, whatever you need it, easily accessible. Would I recommend it? Yes. Is it overkill? Yes. Is it convenient? Definitely yes. Just like how you want to store things, the bags are just about enough to keep everything how you would need it. So you see here a bunch of hooks, kind of just threw them out randomly. Need to rinse those now that I think about it. Just everything randomly for rigging your jigs. And the bottom one of a bunch of weights in here. This is completely filled with all the weights that I need. So that's how much you're able to store stuff and how much extra space that I still have within it. So this can still fit one more box from what I have here out of a total of 5 boxes or 4 boxes, and more space to spare. Would you like the larger bag? It would be nicer to be able to store, like we were mentioning, the longer TD45s and 6X Salas Plus. But I don't think I'll be able to fit everything in here with hooks and all that jazz, you know, not as necessary. Even in this one, most of mine are just, that's filled up in the other bag, the camera bag, is just swim bait stuff. So thumbs up on FishLabs. If you want to go for it, do this, it's worth it. Little pricey, but so much easier on your back. So this is just the inside of what the FishLabs provided box looks like. These 3 slots right here are fixed. This one's fixed right here, so this is an opening, and this is the reason why I'm only able to put the jigs right here. They didn't fit this length of it this way, so this is what it would look like. It's one of these 45s and up. Salas 6X and up won't fit in, just missing it just by a little hair. The only way is vertically, and probably the next best thing is just cutting these off if you need to, and then just have a long vertical one, and that might work for your vertical for your long knife jigs.